Hey Malik, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Just doing my dailies, which has pretty much boiled down to killing sleeper every day for Nog. Don't really have a ton of other things. It is indeed Tuesday. Tuesdays are a fun one. It's a Tuesday. Start of the week, end of the week, brain rot of the week. Anything new and exciting for you today? Okay. Work hell, people leaving, no backfills. Geez, for a year, getting other people's jobs dumped on me. And of course, there's no compensation discussion or, you know, monetary bonuses of any form. Heck, not even a reward system where you get time off later for doing it. Corporate America is so fucked up, assuming you're in America. Um, all right. Load our buffs. What do you do, like generically? What's your job involving without going into specific? Cool. Not alone in that department. I'm not a product owner though. Though I don't know. It depends on how you define product owner. For I guess a very large corporation. I don't know. That's cool, dude. All right, let's load up our dots. Got our top buffs done. Feels a little lacking, probably because I didn't do all my clicks. This. I always forget the mount. Hey, why didn't you click off? There we go. All right, and then Cascaded Decay. Now we're buffed. I see. Right on. So, anything else I need? Not really. I made like 100 and something K with bizarre shit. Combo that, which is my normal looting, and I'm back to 200K, so I can go burn that. Still have a couple weeks left. Um, Partially tempted. Grab myself the magic enchanted I don't know though. It's a little bit of a debate if I want to go all in on that. Me as well. You know, try to aim for 750. And pretty much once I finish that, I'll probably start working on the non 750 OGs, flip in, just have them on hand. Because I imagine the price of prismatic scales are going to go down or up. Potentially up when there's less people farming them. They're so good that they're going to be viable pretty much until something replaces it. Because focus effects are so important. So. My goal, Malik, is just 750 spell damage. So I'm kind of just doing whatever I can for that goal. I'm pretty sure I can get it even without sacrificing some of the key pieces I have. I just need to finish a few OGs, which I've been trying not to buy everything, so that might change. But essentially, Magic Legendary, Torment, Focus, important. It has spell damage on it anyways. And there's not a lot of like tribute that's like, oh, if I, you know, take this off, this tribute's so much better. So I'm okay with burning tribute on a certain, you know, set of them. And yeah. If I don't have a tribute, I don't think I care too much about tank stuff. Like, yes, I'm a good tank, but I was too good of a tank. And so I'm actually reducing my tankiness for damage because in the long run, that's easier for me to kill things. I think damage is more important for me. That's why I'm refocusing on spell damage and focus effects to maximize my DPS. Especially because I'm so slacking on even using Imperators. Or not Imperators, Rage Ralos. So I'm just going to go for. Yeah. But see, I don't even need to fund it because, I mean, ultimately what I just do is I'll go and kill places and then just sell whatever I get that I don't need. I mean, that's one of the perks of not having alts is I don't really need a min-max. You know, all I care about is like one piece of gear. And because they trivialized making shit legendary, it's honestly super easy now. Yeah, I think I'm on track for getting 750 pretty comfortably. My hope is Shurukron will be tanking when we do Lucklin, and I'll just go DPS. I won't be the highest DPS, but maybe, it depends. Like, you know, Bane fights, I can probably do some serious burns. I don't know if I'd be top, but I'll be, which that was kind of my point when I did pick Necro, by the way, was I wanted to be able to, you know, be reliable, viable DPS on any fight. And most fights aren't 100% MR. They usually have a, you know, a weakness. And speaking of, that's something I need to add is some sort of like intel. Whenever I target a mob, it tells me about their resists. It might even make sense to lace that in on Shin Spark on the target window. So you see, like right now it says Nanzada the warder. I could put on there like green MR, right? And then like red FR, and the red implying that their fire resists are low, and the green insisting that like they're buffed in that department. So then I know when I'm lacing my dots or even just nuking them, what spells to avoid and to maximize my DPS. If I made it so that I can just look that all up on the fly, it'd be clean. It wouldn't be too hard to do either. The hardest part is just getting the database and making it context aware. Shinspark's getting a little bit more stable now, so that's kind of nice. I'm not having to reload it every, couple minutes. Still some quirks to it, but it's coming along. I mean, I don't look at the top right nearly as much as I used to. X targets is still broken. I got to figure out the flush on zone. That's why it's broken. Data doesn't get sent about your X targets between zones. And yeah. So I'm pretty sure, like in almost every case, I'm just best off killing the ad when it pops, right? Because there's no real rush to full burn. This fight actually is a very slow fight. Yep. I could put numbers as well, but I honestly just feel like, if they have like 100 or less of a resist, they go red. If they have like over 300, it's green. Because I think that's like the threshold on a lot of mobs. Yeah, I mean, I feel like. Oh, where are you at? I think at this point I can go ahead and use defensive. Just start getting him dotted. Getting a little low on mana, but now that I got defensive rolling, I could use Death Bloom. Typically, though, I don't really have mana issues. I just need to use Death Bloom once, and I'm good. I might as well go ahead and... Speaking of, let's click on... Yeah. But yeah, my productivity, like, of actively dotting has been exponentially better since I've added my target thing. Ooh, I'm getting a little hurt. Why is that? Why am I getting hurt so bad? He's not MR, is he? No. I could color code the actual icons. I don't know. I'll play with it. The hardest part isn't so much like how I'm going to visually indicate it. The more harder part is how am I going to make it so... Ooh, I'm really in trouble actually. Let's not get that low. Oops. Alright, there we go. Anyways, the hardest part is getting the database and making it reliable so that it pulls the data. Not that that's hard, but I have to load this whole new database. I'll probably just do a file system. And what I can do is whenever you zone, I load the database of NPCs that are in that zone based on name and just load the resist data for now. And that's it. I'll just display when you target them resist intel. And it'll be simple little, icons. And yeah, I could just do green and red. Just keep it real dumb. Like normal colors if it's no resist. And I'll probably just have like these icons, like, the fireball, nuke, the poison one, the classics. And then I'll just dim them red based on, or colorize them, yeah. I think there's technically more than 5 because you also have, well, I don't know if chromatic and corruption and all that shit actually ever applies on this server. Specifically on fights. Oh, maybe I'm incorrect on that. Okay, so we don't have defensive. We can drop a ward, and we could also drop resurgence. We're at 50%. I think today, once we kill Sleeper, I may work on one of 2 things. Maybe I'll work on both, and that'll be like my day. Maybe do some AUG tweaks real quick, and then work on... I'm going to add a classic Scale Wolf client mod. There was a couple requests for it, and it's honestly very easy for me to do. So I may as well. All right, I'm letting myself get low again. Did not do that. There we go. And, okay, so he's at 30%. At pretty much this point, I can technically start a full dot rotation with Funeral Pyre on. Because last time I waited too long, and it screwed up my rotation a little bit. Especially because I should get... Oops, dying a little too much. There we go. Should be able to get a lot of my dots on. And I say that and I'm having it. Okay, so he's at 25. Now we're going to go into prolonged kabooms. Because this is where the timer starts. And we just got to make sure, we're doing maximum DPS during this. Which is usually meaning do all my dots and add Touch of Nights to keep me alive. Did lose Cascade, but that's fine. Enraged. Yeah, see, it's interesting. Some of these fights I do really well. I think I'm just crit dependent. Like if I get good crits, I can fly through him in 60 seconds. If I don't get the crits, I'm just, you know what I mean? Not nearly as fast. There we go. So we got a shitty AUG that sells literally for 1,500. The katana is still not great. It's only like 4K, but I can sell that. This is for hastened casting, which even at legendary, this is literally just spell haste, and we already know that spell haste is just alacrity. It's actually even a cheap one, and it's only 5 spell damage, so there's nothing about that that's useful. So Grats, Merchant, I'm pretty sure I already have a secondary katana. I have a multiples of them. Anything else we care about to sell? Probably not. Nope. Okay. So we'll go ahead and sell all this. And I'm pretty sure all of this can't even be attributed, so. But yeah, we got two options. I think I'm going to start with getting the scaled wolf fix. Only issue with doing scaled wolf is we need to get to a zone with those, which would technically be Chardock. So that would be burning wood. And we'll do a quell thing. We haven't done quell things in a while. So I might tweak my recording and make it so that I record this whole event, just so we have it for other people in the future. So let me work on that. Okay. So we have a zone that is empty. We got to go over to the... Can I just sucker over there? I thought that's where the evac point is. Yeah. Sure. Let's also, at least to do like a quick contribution, let's go work on the X target flush. Because that's getting a bit annoying that I have 17 X targets still. So to fix that, the new zone is supposed to flush it right here, but I don't think new zone is triggering like I was expecting. And I got so many windows open, it like takes a while for VS Code to actually open up. It's kind of funny. Let me close some of this shit. Because I'm not even working on most of this. Just projects galore. Okay. So when you do a new zone, it's supposed to flush. Another thing we need to do is figure out context. I'll maybe make like a zone manager real fast too. It's going to be a really simple package. All it's going to do is maintain a zone long name and a zone short, and as a new call, we should consider a muxer, I guess. And instancing, I don't think we'll need, but we do need to subscribe to a packet event. And basically grab this. And when we hit this point, we're just going to go zone long and zone short is a response. Zone short name. Zone long name. Zone short. By the way, we actually get our character name. So my name, which is defaulting to Shin, technically when a packet event happens, we get that intel. So like we can just do there. Anytime I zone, I'll fix my name displayed. Otherwise it just defaults to Shin currently. So why I did that is now I can just respond this, and then zones don't have to track that data as often because I've been exposing that like all over the place. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close ShinSpark and run it here instead. And I want to see if that zone flushing data triggers when I move over here. So you can see it didn't trigger the spawn flushing data. This packet is not happening every time we zone. That's our problem. What triggers new zone? And is it common? Here I am saying, oh, I'll just do this real fast. And then of course, into the rabbit hole. But it's all right. It's something I need to fix anyways. If I fix like one thing every time I work on stuff, it just will get better and better, you know? So the new zone struct, which by the way has a lot of intel, that's kind of handy actually, including the zone ID, the instance. I don't know if there's anything else in here we honestly care about, but what we do care about is the encoder. So when is the new zone struct actually leveraged? When we are in client packet and we do request new zone, it's supposed to respond with op new zone. So I'm not 100% sure. Let's like double check its packet ID. Yeah, 1795. So new zone. Is there different ways to zone? I think that's what's really happening. So like when you evac, let's do a request new zone and see if that triggers as well. Because the intent is, how do we know that we've zoned? And then if we can capture that, I can flush data properly. So showing game window, setting session code, get some slot messaging, which I can take that out honestly. Because we're getting pretty good with the X target response. And then we got car inventory packet, which we still don't decode properly, but that's fine. That's a different problem. Problem we have currently is these two packets aren't being sent, or at least they're not being handled properly. I wonder how hard this will be to fix. I mean, the packet op codes look good. So, okay. How about other ways to zone? pretty sure zoning has the op zone change packet, which we don't actually handle yet. Let's attempt to see what this is doing. Ooh, I don't have a zone change. Do I? Why is zone change not on the list? This is usually because... Oh, it's a world server packet. So all I have to do that. Wait, zone change is on world server. There. Aren't you? Oh, we already have zone change somewhere. There. Ah. Okay. Let's see if we can fix it with this. Now when we evac, do we get a flush? Yes. Okay, so the problem is that we do all this in the wrong packet. That makes sense. We could get more intel as well, which we'll probably put in here. Things like zone ID. What do we get? We get zone ID. We get our position, which is interesting. The reason we zoned, and instance ID. Zone ID is the uint 16, and so is the. There. The last thing we want to do real fast is on new. We'll go ahead and put in here, probably around spawn new. We're going to do zone new. Perfect. And then this needs to be fixed because, ooh, we actually don't get the zone name. Interesting. What is zone server info? Oh, that's like, okay. Yeah, let's just do that for now. Because we could use zone ID, and that actually might be more clean. I don't know. The point is, we fixed that. That problem should now be resolved. Now, whenever you zone, we're going to get a proper flush. I'm pretty sure I use zone change on some other zones that I need to clean up as well, but that's fine. The key thing is now X target's fixed. So the next fix is these chocodai. We're going to fix those. And I'm going to actually create a new recording just for this. So we're going to start up this guy. We're going to close ShinSpark. I will commit it though real fast. I'm a little behind. Don't know why I get response like that. There. Good enough. Now it's version delete. Okay. We're going to go through the whole process. I'm going to start a new recording because I usually record what I, do while I'm streaming. Let's see if we can figure out if we can. All right, let's talk about how you can add a classic model Chokodai over the new one. This has to do with like THJ and how it specifically works with models. A bit complicated, but doable with client-side files right now. So the first step is to figure out the model IDs, specifically like the model names. Shindare, or Shindare, however you want to say his name, has this really cool race inventory page, which apparently is going very slowly right now. I don't know why that is, but it's a little concerning. Let's, is there a cached copy of it? What's going on here? He usually keeps an offline version. His site's been off and on for a while. Well, without his thing, it gets a little more complicated. We should honestly just dump his info onto a different site because obviously his page is inconsistently working. In fact, let's go ahead and do his downloading of his app real fast. Let's see. I'm pretty sure EQRI. We're going to put this in, of course, I went to eDrive, which is super slow. But this is a command line program that ultimately allows us to parse the EQ client and get intel from it. So we're going to go to EQ tools, which is kind of my collection, and put EQRI because I apparently don't have this file in there. So here's EQRI. Let's grab the THJ client real quick. And let's see if that's all it needs or if it needs more data. Could not read EQ string. Okay. What else do you need? Cannot read DV string. Okay. Is that it? Okay. So that pretty much generated what I wanted from scratch, which is nice. So if the website's down, that's an alternative. You just need those 3 files and it generates the data you see on the left. But what we're caring about right now is the scaled wolf, or the Chokodai, right? So the scaled wolf is likely going to have 2 variances of it. This is likely the second one, and I'm only guessing that because of the ID number. But there could be. Let's figure out what they've done. So we have SCW and no model sources were found. It's possible the no model sources were found problem is because of the loader. In fact, let's just generate it in my THJ directory because now it'll do all the global loads. All right, because we just know it makes a subdirectory. It's not that intrusive, so. All right, so scaled wolf, no model sources found. This thing is not really well written apparently because it should be in global. So that would be resources, global load, and we'll have the wolf. It's probably this WFE2. No, that's going to be the normal wolf overload. Yeah, I see WFE2. I did work for this, by the way. I'm just trying to remember where SCW exists. What we can do is we can take the THJ directory not save any of that because we don't care, and just search for SCW. So here's some of the assets being loaded. You have sound assets that refer to it. And wow, that's it. Ixars do get the scaled wolf model, right? Whenever you see them in game. Pretty confident you do. Question is how are they loading? He may have shifted it to on demand. I don't think you can though, because there's no mod file for it. Hoping this would be cleaner, but apparently the scaled wolf model, at least this version, is a little funky. Another thing, just a quick test is, so we have Ixar. So this is when Kunark started, right? At 128. And we're looking at where is the wolf model? Because it potentially has a different name. Even like this direwolf. But we already know the direwolf model. And it looks like this is a different one. Yeah. We have werewolf, sonic wolf, and the 481 scale wolf, which we know. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so let's think about this. Where can we find a hint on this? Technically, on the patcher, I actually did a patch that fixed an animation for this specific model, and that would imply that we have an S3D in here, which is the Wolf V2 right here. So arguably, I can just take Wolf V2 and fix it by loading in another variant of it. So let's say that the old Chokodai wolf, scaled wolf, is no longer on THJ because of the patch. There's no referencing. It literally is not being loaded. And if that's the case, we can take another client, like here's Rebuild, which doesn't touch the wolf. And we can see if SCW has a reference. So let's do that. We're going to go like model codes real quick and just look for SCW. And apparently do it here. This is just a different client that I had sitting around. Scaled wolf. Still no references. Interesting. I think it... So I guess another option, basically what I'm doing right now, is look at the global files and see if SCW is in there somewhere. Doesn't look like it. Where the heck is this file? I wonder if it has to do, maybe TACP has it. And maybe it's one of those files that just never got loaded. If that's the case, what we can do is let's try to find EQRI again. I don't know why this is. Because once the file's created, yeah, okay. We'll generate this. Oh, it doesn't know this client. Let's assume though, one of these globals has the OG inside of it. Pretty sure I made it where I can just double click these now with Quail. Yep. And we're looking for SCW because the name for the model hasn't changed. And so we're just going to peek around at these files. Oh, that one didn't load very well. Like there's Ixar. So we know at Global 4, Ixars had come into play. If I'm not finding them in globals, which it looks like it is not, then it's likely going to be in the zone files instead, which means we have to go find like Field of Bone. Oh, actually, Field of Bone characters, or CHR. Oh, we have WOF. Is it possible? Yeah. So there's our real problem. The classic model is called WOF, not SCW. So I was looking for the wrong file this whole time. Where is that on here? WE. WOF is typically a female variant of the normal wolf. So you can see it. It actually is loaded in Global 6. As WOF. You can see it right here. Okay, so we found the asset. Bit confusing, but ultimately all we have to do is take WF v2, which is the new version, right? And convert it to the old version, which I think I even have in a zip file right here. Because I worked on this. I just forgot the naming convention and I didn't remember where I put all the files, so whoops. Yeah, you can even see some of my old work. Oops, did I put it? There it is. Okay, so this is the new one. This is the new one. This is a combination of old with some of the Chardoc data. What we could probably just do is let's take the Chardoc version. We're going to go ahead and start up a new terminal. And we're going to go ahead and figure out with Quail, we can convert Chardoc. So let's just double check. Is Chardoc sitting around in folder form? Is knowing me, probably. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. And then we're going to go ahead and say Chardoc character. This is normally how you use Quail, by the way, is you just say Quail convert, then a source file, and then a folder name to what you want it to convert to. When I double click in S3D, that's what the shortcut's doing. It's just speeding up that process of writing it every time. So here is the untouched Chardoc Quail file, right? And what we're going to be doing is marrying data from this into the Wolf v2 file. So one issue though is that Wolf v2, if we replace it, it's going to be patched because of this. or because of the patcher having the file in there. You know, because wolf v2 is right here. So your patcher is going to override it every time you start. There's a couple tricks we can do to make ours preferred. It's not easy to load new injects into this file because it's also versioned, obviously, global load is. So what we're going to have to do instead is look at the global file, find where wolf v2 is, which of course it's on the top. And yes, thank you, flying. I will drink. And we basically look at these different files. We have grass, let's say. And we can go ahead and just add to grass this file. A bit of a weird location, but hopefully soon we're going to get... The only question though is, does grass fall under the right department? Load it. I think it would. Let's find out. So if we take WOF and we add the root folder, and we take any file that's referenced in the WOF realm, is essentially here to here, and we put these into the grass file. And then we edit this to only reference, well, we'll need the world as well, but we're basically building up the new reference tree. And we also need world. And we're going to probably have to tweak world because not a zone. That's correct. We're good. And okay. And then this guy is just going to load wolf. Simple as that. Okay. So what we just did is we added quail data to basically load a wolf whenever grass is loaded. And because of how global load works, it's going to be first in dominates. So this will override wolf because grass loads before it. In theory, the naming or the numbering system is a little different. That might have a side effect, but one way to find out, right? Now what we can do is convert back grass.quail into, is it an S3D file, by the way? I thought it was. Yeah. All right, so include expected property frame got frame transform. This is because I'm converting with two versions of quail, I'm assuming. So let's just do this. We're going to go ahead and convert chardoc again. I really don't like how Windows handles searching like I just did. Because like you can see here, there is no chardoc character anymore. Okay. So what we're doing is we're taking a fresh copy of chardoc converted, or yeah, chardoc's characters converted from quail. We're going to go grab the wolf files and we're just going to copy these and put them into grass. Just like that. That's all we have to do. And then potentially, perfect. Yeah, so quail is updating all the time, and so some of the versions get unvalidated, but there we go. We got it converted. Now we just go ahead and exit, and in theory, we're done. The patcher should never patch it because it doesn't version grass. And then now that we have this grass S3D loading the wolf model, in theory, I'll come back in game and it'll be the classic model. It'll probably be the incorrect size, but I can fix that by going to the root frame animation of every animation and scaling it. And there you go. Honestly, the size looks fine. The colorings are probably going to be off. Is anyone a Beast Lord? XR Beast Lord? I just want to validate that this is working. If anyone can come to EC. That is a XR Beast Lord. I mean, I can get lucky potentially and find it here. Oh, we did. We got lucky. Din has a XR Beast Lord and is sitting right here. And as you can see, we have classic model. So we're done. So let's go ahead and update the client mods project. Which is kind of my hosting location for all this fun stuff. And, oh, we got a lot of them actually. Here's another guy. Took a quick picture. And then we're going to call this grass.zip. Well, actually, we're not going to call it grass.zip. We're going to call it scaled.zip. Replaces modern scaled wolf with classic. Okay. We need a photo. Is there no photo for Spectre? Or did I just not? Oh, I haven't pulled it down. So Spectre still doesn't have a picture. Usually client mods, I try to always have a photo for everything. It does. But I don't have bagged redux. So I think it's more... This file is unversioned. Yeah, I think it's more, I need to edit this here. Shit, do I still have that photo? I probably don't. God damn it. All right, let's go find us a, oh, he's right here, good. Congrats. I'll take his name out actually. And I probably should highlight. Are you here, by the way, Dundee? Like, are you here for the pose? So I guess his real name's Trizokas, not Dundee. Okay, so he's gonna get it. And we're gonna go ahead and add the link to the zip file. scaledwolf.zip. Then we're gonna go to client mods. Open the folder. And we're gonna grab like classic robes and just extract this real quick. Because this will have the whole structure of what I want. Scaled wolf. Then we add this readme and we just call it scaled wolf fix. This adds to all classic scaled wolves. Well, this replaces classic or scaled wolves to classic variants on THJ or other servers. Changes your grass S3D. Track the zip to your game folder. It will likely ask you to overwrite files. You're back in these up. Okay. Now we take these out and we go grab our new file. Done. Then we upload the new scaled wolf. And now we hit update on here. And then if we go back to the main page, we now have scaled wolf. Download. I need to make these proper links, by the way. I don't know why I'm doing this. I wrote it real fast though. All I need is a link to the download file. I think I can grab this. No. I think view raw. Yeah. Okay, so what we just do is we go to client mods. And essentially, we do that. No, don't link it, paste it. There we go. And then we can improve this by just doing that. Okay. So what I just fixed is now when you click on these links, you just get a download prompt. And you don't have to like fret over this. And we'll just go to client mods. And this was PyroCat that was asking recently. Hopefully soon RLF2 and my new mod will come in, and then we can totally replace this whole flow and just make life easier for people to manage mods. But we'll see how long that takes. Okay, so we finished the zone issue. I did my dailies, or at least the beginning of my dailies, most of my dailies, the minimum. And I also fixed the Shin Sprinkler? Shin Sparks zoning feature. I'm just thinking, what else do I need to work on, or what I wanted to work on today? I'm trying not to go too crazy with projects right now, because usually when I'm done talking with you guys, I'll hop on and do other projects. But here's Shin Spark. We can go kill in my DZ real quick just because. Oof, my frame rate's pretty bad for some reason. It's probably a mix of all the VS Code windows I have open and some other junk. I also don't have AEs loaded, of course, because, you know, that would require preemptive planning. And who has time for that, right? Speaking of, yeah. So what I'll do is once we get over here, I'll make sure I load probably when there's a lull, like right. That didn't work. Let's try again. This is gonna get a little more dicey once I get over here. Maybe this will be perfect. All right, so we just need one more and then we'll be good. Here? Yep, perfect. Okay, so we got most of the mobs. This is a super lazy pull. Let's grab Batsid. Thank you for the raid, Valoroth. We're about to do a big pull. Oops. If I get in trouble or not. Shouldn't, but you never know. Come on. Let me channel. There we go. I guess I'll use some big booms too. Why not? Yeah, my frame rate's crap right now. Just for fun, if I turn off logs, you see how much better the performance already is? Like, significantly. I mean, a lot of mobs died already though, but log files are very laggy. Yeah. Anyways. One thing that's weird is I'm not getting sound events when I'm looting. You know, I'm not getting the cha-chink, cha-chink. Which is interesting, because I don't think I've touched that recently. And I am looting mobs that have money on them. Also, Crit Sprinkler isn't... Oh, wait, that makes sense. I turned off logs, and Crit Sprinkler uses logs. There you go. But yeah, look at the lag difference just by having logs. The moment I turn them off, it's so much better. Interesting. What's your guys' guess for that pretty half-assed poll? How much plat am I gonna make after I sell everything? I'm gonna guess 3,500. Let's do prediction. I don't do that ever. And we're gonna say start a prediction. How much plat will I make selling stuff? Chardock. This is just, so my guess was 1,500 exact, 1,500 too low. Wait, let's do more than 1,500 as an option and less than 1,500. There you go. You guys got 60 seconds. Actually, let's give you like a couple minutes. I gotta go loot it and sell it and shit. So I'm gauging it. Oh. How much plat will I make from Chardock? There we go. There's a prediction. I mean, you just guess higher or lower than 1,500. Which, that was I don't know. That's interesting. So you can see the prediction. Keep in mind, I already have 400. So if I was going to predict, I think that might be too low, but maybe it's high enough. I don't know. I didn't pull the whole zone. Remember that. I just ran over, killed Korokus, did all the royals, and this is not including, you know, anything I can sell in the bazaar. So it's just literally going to be cash loot, things that I can just immediately sell to the merchants. Like if a Shroud of Undeath dropped or something, I can't, you know, I don't even know if those sell anymore for any valuable amount. But and you figure too that some of these mobs are poofing, you know what I mean? Because they don't stay up very long. So I mean, hard to say. Okay, that's all the mobs. Let's go sell. We're up to 436. So I have to make, well, 438. So I have to make about 1100 plat. And if I can make 1100, then my prediction's too low. That's a cool shield. The red one. I always liked that one. All right. When I click this, you're going to get a huge indicator. I'm just going to double check the spells for Shroud, which I highly doubt I got, but, you know, just double checking. Nope. Don't think I did. Okay. Ooh. Is the polls done, by the way? Yeah, the poll is done. Let's try selling everything. So 13, 14, that means it was too low. Just barely, though, at least based on that one. I could probably sell some of those stuff and push it over too. Yeah, we're definitely over 1700. But it wasn't too far off of a guess, considering we're closer to about 2000. 1897 is the final number. So let's see. 5 people voted more. 1 person voted exact, and 3 voted less. So let's do outcome. And it was more. Complete. Congrats on the points. Does it show stats when I do predictions? I think I have to add a plugin or something. Oh, there it is. See details. Okay, so you can see it. So the winner, oh, yeah. You don't see the number of people that voted, did you? Or do you? Oh, you can see that 1 person voted exact. 5 voted more, 0 voted less. Okay. Right, but you're not using a Twitch client. You're using a third-party alt client. So you're basically the neglected stepchild. Anyways, the rest of this we can sell or destroy because you can't sell it. And yeah, I'm debating what next to do. I think next we're done. I don't have anything of particular note to do today. I mean, lately I've been doing about a 1-hour stream, and it's been going pretty, you know, chill. I can do this every day, just basically while I'm doing my dailies. I could go kill Fear real quick at least, and then we'll call it. Do we do another prediction? All right, this time, you guys tell me, how much do you think I'll make clearing fear? Give me some numbers, and I will take the average and make that the estimate, and then you go greater or less on the prediction. So, first, guess your number. Anyone? I'm gonna aggro Kazakh Thule, and everything's gonna attack me, and I'm just gonna loot everything. So that's pretty much a full clear. There's like a few straggling mobs that may not hit that criteria, but and I'll reset crit sprinkler so you guys don't see that. You know, so that the numbers are from fresh. And I cleared out my inventory, so there's no cross-contamination selling. Okay, Zero is guessing 3K. You want to use that as a threshold? Okay, let's use it as a threshold. No one else is speaking up. So, start a new prediction. This one is a little... How much plat will I make in fear? Greater than 3K? Less than 3K? Less or equal to 3K? Flat. There you go. Let's do 2 minutes. Start it up. Good luck. I'm gonna start running over there. You got 2 minutes to predict. Greater than or less than 3K plat from selling everything. Okay, there's Kazakh. I'm gonna go ahead and hit up a defensive. And potentially a tenacity, I guess. Go ahead and get improved going. Just start kaboom early. Before I become in trouble. Oh, why is crit sprinkler not showing? Shit. Well, I'm not looting anything yet, so that's not end of the world, except I'm dying. I'm not in screen. God damn it. Imperators, please, and warlords, and kabooms. I'm gonna die. Okay, what I did is I flopped. Oh, I'm dead. I guess that should have been the prediction. Will I die? Because I tabbed over because I didn't see crit sprinkler running. And okay. It's all right. We can get there back real fast. And that may impact the prediction a little bit. But hey, corpse poofing is included. If a corpse poof, that's a loss. I know. Well, I wasn't looting. I was trying to turn on crit sprinkler, which was probably a bad idea in the clutch moment, but whatever. Hopefully I don't like repeat die now. Ward of Destruction's almost up, and that makes this a lot easier to do. I'm getting summoned all over the place now. Maybe I'll try to grab some corpses real quick. All right. As I insta-die. Yep. Shit. Okay. I guess once I get my groove messed up and I don't have everything up, this fight is actually a little tougher. Because I used rage. Let's see if I get summoned again. Rigged, yeah. Well, I didn't kill a lot on that pull, though. So it's not like the corpses are going to rot. But there are going to be a few that rot because of just getting back there. The Ward of Destruction is 1.5 minutes away. Do you think most of the mobs have lost their aggro? Let's find out. All right, let's start AEing. Hopefully before I die. Come on. Why am I not? There we go. And I'm dead again. Okay, this is a bad prediction. I might have to... I'm getting too aggressive. I'm just running back in there. I have no cooldowns, and I need some of my abilities to actually survive. So, which is hilarious because I do this nearly every day. And then sometimes, though, I just like undervalue it, and I'm just thinking, oh, I don't need anything. But here's what I probably should do. Wait 23 seconds, get ward up, and then just flop kill with ward. And that'll probably get me in an okay situation. Get the chain going. So yeah, we got 7 seconds. Mob should be mostly regened up at this point. I'm just gonna kill some singles while we wait a moment. Okay. So in comes the army of doom. And there's Kha'Zix in all of his glory. But see now, I have ward of destruction, which is gonna allow me to flop more. See? It. They were not supposed to insta-aggro me. God damn it, I died again. I'm actually dead in purple, but then I flopped. And so I'm like in this weird I'm dead but not dead situation. This happens sometimes. Really annoying because I can't fix myself. I'm literally like locked. There you go, now I died. Alright. Now I'm just fucking over this prediction. Because there's a lot of corpses now that have died. But, I guess that's part of the prediction. The question is, can I salvage 3k at least now, right? Did I? Okay, yeah. So, yeah. I guess what I can do is go Imperator's Furious and start that cast. And then I can potentially salvage this and get the kills so I can loot. All right, I'm gonna flop and then stop. Come on. Let me channel. There we go. Okay, now we're fine. Just a couple of those channels is the key. If I can get those couple, everything else is easy peasy. Be interesting to see though if I can still make the 3K or not. What are my predictions? With all the wipes, I lost, I mean, a good chunk of mobs. I want to say 3K is kind of average. So I'm leaning towards less, but probably not a lot less. You know, like, my guess would be lower. Even with the new factor, you know, put into the picture. I could start the prediction again, but no, I'm going to leave it as is. That was part of the prediction, because you could argue that, you know, me dying was in the equation of the prediction. So, yeah, corpse rotting. Now we wait forever for all this shit to get looted. Hope I don't get a lot of corpse poofs. No. There's a lot of loot in Fear that doesn't have any value at all. I mean, I'm still going to fill my sell bag, potentially, with 100 items. Especially because of all those ruby crowns and enchanted rings and diamonds and gems. So they stack, so. It's hard to predict when I'm looting because this zone is not worth a lot of cash on hand. It's all about selling gems and stuff. Okay. So we're done here. What's blue over here? Oh, Kazakh is still up. He didn't re-aggro. I just aggroed the zone. That's funny. But we can just kill Kazakh and see what comes. Actually, none of these mobs are they? No, a Gorgon did. Okay, so we have a couple stragglers. Which, hey, that means loot at least. What do you think, Zero? With the number of mobs I lost due to the wipe, do you think is your guess? What was your original guess, Zero? And then what's your updated guess with that data in mind? Or I guess everyone in chat that wants to respond. What's your guess? Did you guess too high or low? Or would you stay the same with your prediction? If you guessed. I'm going to laugh if it's like way exceeds 3K. Even with the poofs.
Enraged.
You're guessing over 3K. Not how sure how this is going to turn out. Saw some decent gems in there. I say I'm going to get 2144. Okay. All right, well, I think we're pretty much done. There may be a couple stragglers, but they don't count anyway. I think that's the safe bet. All right, let's find out. This is pretty much the do or die moment. There's nothing in this zone I care about, so. Ooh, so wait. The auto sell is saying 3,373. And now we do have a lot of items that don't auto sell. So we're getting close. But we may be still too low, just barely. I don't think any of these items are going to sell for a significant amount to break. Well, we're very close. Very close. In fact, we broke 3K. So there's your answer. Even with the flop and all that crap, the prediction still was 3,600. Or the prediction was higher than 3K. So, all right. So we had 3 people that said it was going to be less, and then 2 people that said it would be greater than, is what this says. But you bet it a lot for the greater than. So let's choose the outcome. We got greater than 3K, and it was very close. Yep. That was a very solid guess. Even with me losing some corpses and, all that stuff. But the people that bet for less than didn't bet a lot. But like Malik and Brian Taylor, grats, you got 25,000, whatever my currency's called. Not too bad. Yeah. What I think I need to do is just to give like point incentives for people that hang out and stuff is let players spend points to basically decide on what I'll do on a day. So like you basically get me on a project for like 2 hours and you get to choose the project or something like that. I think that would be a fun, like, big reward is literally I'll code something for you or whatever. Or I'll release a program based on, or you know what I mean? I'll prioritize a stream day for like an hour or 2 on whatever you want. That could be good. You do, Zero. I'm in Vegas as well. That's awesome. But yeah, that was fun. As to being a money zone, it's definitely like that's why I do the clear, especially because it's pretty easy, minus when I get screwed up. You like the map layout? Yeah, I've designed my whole UI so that when you clip me, the center part with all the health bars and stuff does not stays in the screen, but everything outside doesn't. I can get you extract me all zones from LS client. I mean, that would be a project, Dragon. Like, maybe I'll make it where it's like I'll work on the project for an hour. And it has to be in my stream time. So like if it's like the end of the stream and you redeem it, I would, put you on a to do, and then another day when you're on, we can, coordinate it, and I'll do an hour of whatever. And yeah, I'll work on whatever project, especially if it's something obviously that I can help with or am proficient in. I don't know, unless you really want me to go learn something for an hour. But it'll probably be a pretty high cost. Like, out of curiosity, Dragon, how many points do you have? Can you see that in your client? Because I don't think anybody has as much view time as Dragon. So he would be my threshold of like insane points. So he's got 151k plus points. I don't know. I don't know, like, how many points do you have, like Zero and Malik? Because you guys are pretty consistent as well. So you got about 20k. I mean, I could make it like 10k or 20k. Malik has 43. But like, if you think about it this way, if Malik spent all of his points, he could make me work on a project for up to 4 hours. But I'll probably have the redeem where it can only be done once per day, and that redeem will maybe stagger to the next day, based on criteria for the day or whatever. Because, like if a new expansion comes out, I really don't want to go code.
Thanks for the follow. Drip dead.
Thank you for the follow, Drip. My points are dedicated to craft raves. That's funny. You have the most because you literally leave my client on all the time, Dragon. So, of course, you're going to have the most. You're going to just constantly absorb points. No worries, Drip. I only get if you live, though. That is true. And I mean, I was streaming a ton in the past, but I stopped going as hard recently just because, no holidays and stuff. But even like an hour a day, that's not bad. Someone needs something, I buy for them. There you go. Well, if I did it 10k per redeem, if you spent all your points, Dragon, you could get me to actually work on something for 15 hours, which, considering my stream time, that's like a significant project. I can get a very major project done in 15 hours, which is interesting that you could potentially redeem that. But that's assuming I have it at 10k. Yeah, I mean, I might add some rules. Like, I can always opt out and like refund you your points. But you basically suggest a project and I'll spend an hour. So, like, if you wanted to do 15 hours of it, I can't just commit to I'll do 15 hours straight of it or anything like that. It'll be like here and there, I'll redeem an hour and I'll work on that project for you. And it'll be at my leisure. So it won't be like I'm going to hardcore hit it for an hour. It'll just be kind of, meandering, chatting, all that, but I'll do the hour of focused on whatever your project is. Uncapped redemption-a-thon. Yeah. You get a ton of points when you whatchamacallit. When you sub, it like doubles your points, and when you get Like if you give me bits and stuff, it gives you a lot of time and like points. So I think the conversion, even with 10K, may be a bit, but I'll at least do it to start. And worst case, I'll upgrade it if it becomes really popular. Maybe I'll work on that. But for the time being, I won't redeem it now. But because I don't even know what my points are right now. I don't think I have anything too interesting, right? I got a bunch of audio alerts for only 10. I do need to figure out, because Malik, you're so on top of doing the sound alerts. I should work on making it where you get an entrance sound. I mean, worst case, Dragon, you can always hop in the normal client or on a browser just for a second, redeem it, and then just leave it right after. So Blurp, Malik, has a feature where I can make it so you have an entrance sound. Yeah, exactly. So when you do that, Dragon, you could redeem. Honestly, I don't even know how to tell. I guess you could figure it out by trying to use my like points, or not my points, my emotes. That might show you. And if I click on you, you have a crown. But yeah, I don't see it. But let me go to the Twitch, like the blurp thing, and let's see if I can do the whole when you join announcement sound.
Thanks for the follow, J53LG.
Thank you for the follow, J53. Malik 21 is not. So viewers can submit and play walk-ons from their Twitch extension, Universal Chrome extension, or your blurp page. You or your editors can also assign walk-ons to individual viewers. To manage walk-on for your channel, head to settings. If I go to my settings, it sounds like I can do it. And if I go to walk-on, all viewers, walk-on is valid. To manage and create walk-ons, go to my viewers. Okay. And my viewers, Tyron has one apparently. Now Malik, there you are. I can now assign walk-on. Let's see if I can give you Crab Rave. Or is it Crab Walk? Where is it at? My library. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Ro. Have a good night, and we'll see you later, Ro. I'll be ending pretty soon here, so. Yeah, what is this? What is the thing called? The Crab Rave redeem? Crab Rave. It's really straightforward. Crab Rave. Oof. Found it. Okay. So add this as your walk on. So I don't know if you can get it to trigger. But if you want to try Malik, exit my browser, exit the stream and just come back and see if you can get it to work. Yeah, I just refreshed the page. I set it to autoplay. I assume you want that, or would you rather it where you hit to play it? I don't know what browser you use, so. Nice, Dragon. Yeah, you got the stream thing, or the notification, so it auto kept it on me. Nice. Do you want to, well, you don't need a join sound, Dragon, because you already just stay on here all the time. So while I'm here, does anyone else want a walk-on sound? No worries. Okay, Zero, what do you want yours to be? The Zero. I don't know why you don't come up. So, did it just autoplay it, or did you redeem it? Doesn't seem like you redeemed it. Oh, perfect. But now you don't have to spend points. Once per day, you get a free crab walk now. So you don't have to worry about holding your points just to redeem that every day or every stream. And Zero, I think you have to join for some reason. Like, I don't see you as a Twitch user. Unless I'm spelling your name wrong. Oh, I am spelling your name wrong. That helps. I found you. Okay. So let me share what I'm seeing and you can help choose. So I can search for pretty much any blurb. Go ahead, Zero. Let me know if you have any ideas, or we can just browse everything. You can get some emotional damage. You get a wow. Death metal. Let's see. Was there one for that? Let's just search for death metal and see what we get. As long as it's not like overly obnoxious.
Death metal.
There's not a lot of like death metal specifically. Okay.
Death metal.
There you go. So we're going to hit add. So walk on was assigned to the Zero. So I believe I can autoplay it, but I think if you just refresh your page, you're going to see on the extension or something a thing to say, play walk on or something. Assuming I did it right. But yeah, it looks like it did. You're welcome. Feel free to test it, double check. But there you go. That's it. And if anyone else wants a walk on, let me know. It basically just makes it where it doesn't cost you anything once a day to just announce your presence by playing a sound. Ah, I flipped it on yours, Malik. See here. But I think you also have to opt in for that to work. So, yep. There's a lot of people. But let's see if he gets
Thanks for the follow, Fairy Farts.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Fairy farts. What's up with all the like flying butts and fairy farts? Some weird names out there. Oh no. Yeah, I can't do much about the pre-rolls, but we'll wait on the pre-rolls for him and then we can see if he gets the redeem. Or the free death sound. I don't know. It's probably just... Oh, you can even block users on Twitch with this. That's interesting. You don't see a redeem? I wonder... So I did this with him. Does that do it? Well, it is approved. Does it log what people do? It probably logs their event histories. Like, yeah. I removed this one because it was driving me nuts. And it was getting responses from people. Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna add a PowerPoint. Power ups channel point. I don't really like these ones. Can I like take these out? Manage smart costs. Like to me, these don't need to be in here. Those are a waste of time. I might bump up the costs of these. All right, we're gonna call this work on your project for 1 hour. Redeem for an action. How's that? And it'll be a 10,000 cost. This gives you guys something to actually like look forward to. Redeem to get me to work on a project of your choice for 1 hour. Can't say I'll do it during the stream, Eugene, and I can reject the idea, but you'll definitely, you know, get it worked on eventually. Should I require you to enter text? Sure. And then you can send the message of like what you want me to work on, and that'll make it easier for me to look at my queue. Cooldowns and limits. We'll do it once a day for now. Redemptions per stream, 1. Redemptions per user per stream, still 1. But it's just 1. So only 1 a day for now. There we go. So now you guys have something for the points to work on. yeah. I don't know if it'll auto add it or not. I imagine this is buffered somewhere. Nope, it's here. Work on your project. Perfect. Let's put some AI on it for fun. We'll make a make me a photo of what? How big is this supposed to be? Make me a square photo of a mysterious hacker coding something nefarious on a computer. There you go. Give us the good stuff. That works. That's a classic. That's pretty much exactly what I was envisioning. I don't like that it saves these as WebP. It did work, but you messed up the message by just saying, did it work? But that's all right. So what's your redemption? Are you wanting the one thing? Keep in mind, it won't be till tomorrow, Dragon, but I'm happy to. I'm assuming you want me to work on the zone generation list. All right, let's do. We're making this a PNG. What a convoluted process just because of. All right. Go back to you. Let's upload a photo of this. Will it work, or is it just going to reject it because of the size? We'll make it like a green. But yeah, there we go. That works, I guess. You extract me a list once. I could add to DLL injector. So that kind list I want of all the zones. Just have. Okay. So my commitment to you, Dragon, is tomorrow during my stream, I will plan to allocate time and work on it for up to an hour. There's a chance I'll get that done quicker than an hour. And we'll talk at that point if you want me to work on something else. Do it from the current live. You knew I'd buy this, I bet, soon added. I'm not sure what you're saying. I prefer you do it from current. Are you talking ROF2? What's current live client? You mean like from, oh, you mean the very latest EQ, Brood Wars. Brood. Yeah, I get you. I can do that, yeah. Now I understand what you mean. So, yep, just to clarify, tomorrow I'm planning to allocate an hour to grab the latest EQ client and get the dump for you. And we can see about prepping it even in the format you want. I can do all that. I'm pretty confident within an hour. So, unless we hit some sort of curveball, but we'll see what we can do. Very cool. And broken. So what I did is I made it 10,000, and I've limited it once per stream with a cooldown time of 1 day. And if it becomes like, I'm okay actually once a day working on this, because this will at least get people to spend their currency, because you know there's not been any redemptions that were worthwhile. So that's what I've set it for. And immediately Dragon redeemed it, which makes sense. He's got like 200,000 points or something, 115. He'll go through it quick if he keeps redeeming that. Yeah. So what that means, Broken, if you didn't see this redeem yet, I will work on a project of your choice for an hour if you redeem with 10K points. And I might increase the cost. I might tweak it, but I literally just added it. And you'll have to wait till tomorrow to redeem. And yeah, it could be you want me to spend an hour to work on, let's say, finishing up a UI or, making Crit Sprinkler work with the latest version, make a release candidate. And I'll do everything I can in an hour to work towards that goal. If I can't do it in that hour, then you'll have to redeem another, or I'll just work on my own. It's buggy, Roast. I'm pretty sure the trader find system is going to become tweaked again. I saw a here chat at some point where there's a pending where was this at? I think if I do from Kata, he's the one that, and I do an at here. Yeah, you can see it's on test right now. They're going to be making it where the warp to trader functionality gets removed from find trader because it's buggy. They're also going to make it where the parcel fee is removed if you're just inside the bazaar. Yeah, Roast. So this will likely come in the next couple days. Yeah. Anyways, good times. I think we're going to end the stream. Nice to see you, Broken. Hope you've been well. And yeah, I've been keeping my streams a lot shorter now because work and stuff. Good night, Zero. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Let me flip over to who we can raid. That is the question, right? Like, who is the ideal person? Should we go for someone new? Should we find if one of our buddies are raiding or streaming? Like, nobody streams. Like, even Panther, he hasn't been streaming much. Anti-alias, Sucks. I don't have a lot of raiders at 10 at night Pacific. So, 2Lab, I think we raided yesterday. You're welcome, Virus. Well, hopefully the destruction from the goblin has been minimal, Virus. And thanks for lurks. Always appreciated. Totally broken. No one streams late night, otherwise I'd get no viewers, Roast says. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think most of my viewers are just if I cared, if I wanted to get partner and if I really cared about viewers, I would increase my quality a lot because this is like totally half-assed if you haven't noticed. But I'd also time my raid or like my playtime so that I can get people's raids and keep that momentum. But yeah, I'm having fun. I appreciate just hanging out with you guys and just doing whatever, doing my dailies and coding, and I don't care necessarily about the views. Yeah, exactly, Roast. Probably the right mentality. Anyways, that aside, let's figure out. I've rated Zentok before, and everyone else, I think I've rated. Well, Stithengnob. I say most of your viewers from the game playing I came from EQ Discord. I believe it. Well, there's like a pretty good community of EverQuest Twitch watchers that just jump between, and like it's funny if I look up, what viewers I have similar subscribers to. They're like, Broken, Variety Void, all of them were like sharing in the same community. It's kind of funny. Do Zen, I'm in his Discord. Zentok? So I have Zentok and I have Knob. I got you by projects you did on GitHub. Yeah, my GitHub is nuts. The number of projects I have is insane. Sure, we can do Zentok. I'm cool with that. All right, let me raid. And is it Zen? Yeah, it's Zentok. You're calling him Zentok. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you had fun. We'll do it again tomorrow. Sounds like I'll do my bare minimum dailies and then hit up Dragon's request. So be sure to chime in tomorrow because you can always spend 10K and potentially get your project on the next stream for an hour. So be sure to turn on notifications and like this video. All right, we're taking off though. Take care, guys.